Okay, we have a thoroughbred with a quarter crack. A lot of people will 3/4 them. Causes a lot of stress to the quarter, especially when they're that abrupt. Watch that video I showed the other day. It's a long taper I put on it. Not for this kind of setup, but for just, that was a jammed heel. Just so it's not as an abrupt drop, let's put it that way. Standardbred world, they'd actually put on a window bar and they'd catch that side of the frog just to support the heel to stop the movement. But generally, you need to lace them just to stabilize that crack while it dries out. Now what I'm putting on here is what went in the middle with the black. That's that butyl tape, same stuff we use for the red and blacks. Stays soft and eliminates the sole pressure. Using it here to make my drain. I need a big channel there I can work through. Now this is slow set glue. The fast set is much softer, and sometimes the glue will, or the wires will pull through it. And I actually put in copper sulfate now when I'm doing this stuff, just so it'll firm that glue up even more. Now I'm just trimming away the thin layer of glue so I can get at that tape to pull it out. And then what I'll do, I'm going to lace them. See how much movement there is. So now we're going to lace them. Now these drill bits are matched up to the wire. If you like this kind of stuff, you can get it on the website. And the wire's a little tricky. Some of it's too soft. I'm sure you've all found that out. And some's too hard because it's too brittle and they'll snap. What you want to draw this crack together so this horse can at least go and jog in the track or tack walk around the barn. Some guys, I've had them race in it. So you can train, breeze if you have to, if you're up on a tight race. Best case scenario if you're just going kind of easy while you dry this thing out for a few days. Now I'd asked them to paint it with Thrush Buster, which obviously they didn't. You know how much it stains. Probably what I put on when we originally did them. And you can see where they step on them clips and bend them down. That's the only problem with just leaving them laced. Sometimes they strip them wires out. So here's your movement. Obviously much, much less. So now we just take out our wires, the old wires, and then we'll clean this crack out so there's no debris in it. And you see, even when the wires come out, there isn't much movement. Interesting how these that laminate will kind of knit back together. You've seen how soft it was before, but once it's pulled together after a few days, most of that movement's gone. I'm going to use the same holes, put in new wires. I'll be a little more aggressive. You can see that crack close right up. Now, some guys will patch feet without lacing them. I would at least suggest you hold the foot in the air, because as you've seen, when he's setting it on the ground, he's loading the foot and the crack will open up. So your tubules are kind of spread apart, and that's why a lot of times they grow down a ½ inch and then they split back up. So now we're just coming back over the same glue, only this time I got some fiberglass in it to give it strength. Just getting all the air bubbles out so we get a real nice bond to the hoof wall. I'm sure I use slow set again just because it sets up so much harder. Cleans up better for this kind of stuff. Like I say, the fiberglass, some guys use Spectra cloth. It's a bitch to work with if you're using the whole cloth in layers. Can't really rasp through it or anything. And now with it in there, you just rasp it off like it's normal hoof wall. So you just want to thin this thing down. You don't want a big bulky patch. I don't want a big bulky patch. I don't think there's any more strength to it if it's thicker. The other thing I'll make sure is there's nothing on the sole. I don't show it here, but I would probably pick this foot up and make sure there's no glue that wrapped around onto the bars. They say just get rid of all loose edges. And now when I load that foot, there won't be any movement at all. Should be able to see we load it and no movement at all. And probably put a full shoe back on them. If you like these kind of videos, just go to redandblacks.com. Thanks for watching.